Hello, my dear friends and dear learners. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Vinay Bikastan, Professor, Triple E Department, Srinivas Institute of Technology, Valchal, Mangalore. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about DC motor classifications. So, here we all know in case of DC motor as well as DC machine, there are two main parts based on the construction. One is a stationary part, can say it as a stator. Another one is a rotating part, can say it as rotor. Based on a connection of stator and rotor, or can say it as based on field winding and armature winding connection. DC motor is also classified as three types. So the first type is a DC series motor. So in this case, a field winding which is connected in series with a armature winding. That is stator winding and rotor windings are connected in series across a supply. We can call it as DC series motor. In the same case, if the field winding is connected parallel to the armature winding, then we can say it as DC shunt motor. Similarly, DC compound motor. In this case, there are two types. The first case is a long shunt compound motor, and second one is short shunt compound motor. So here, long shunt means field winding is connected in parallel to the armature winding and series field winding. Similarly, in case of short shunt, it is only connected across armature winding. So here, just observe, I was explained about DC generator classification in my video. So here the connection diagram can say it as a circuit diagram and voltage and current relations which are similarly same as a DC generator, but only the sign which changes because here armature current which flows opposite direction as compared to the DC generator. Why? Because here we are giving input as electrical supply and we're getting it as mechanical output. So the first type of DC motor is DC shunt motor. As I told, DC shunt motor is nothing but here a field winding which is connected in parallel to the armature winding across voltage supply. You can observe. So I'll go with a pen. So here this is a field winding. Field winding is connected parallel to the armature winding. This is a representation of armature winding. So that we can call it as DC shunt motor. A field winding connected across armature winding, you can call this as shunt field winding. It is having the resistance of RSH, and also we know that internal circuit of armature, it is having battery along with a resistor. That is battery along with a armature resistance RA. So the direction of current is, as I told, opposite as compared to the DC generator. So coming to the notations, V is nothing but supply voltage. Here supply voltage is a DC, so that we can call it as DC motor. So voltage and current relations, by looking at this node, we just apply KCL. We can write here it as IL equals to, that is a line current, equals to IA plus ISH by applying KCL to this node. By applying KCL to this node, I can get IL equals to IA plus ISH. Similarly, ISH is current flows to the shunt field winding. It is given by, as I told, the voltage across a parallel combination is same, so that voltage across shunt field winding is V. So I can write as ISH is given by V divided by RSH. I hope current relations are clear. So how can you write the voltage? Just by applying KVL, by neglecting shunt field winding, apply KVL to this loop, we can get supply voltage V. Apply KVL, that's it. So first you mark the polarity based on the direction of current. Here direction is downward, plus, minus, plus, plus, minus. Just based on this direction, mark the second polarity so that I can write is plus V and plus EB minus IaRa equals to 0. So just send that to right side. Also do simplification, we can get V equals to Eb plus IaRa. And also this armature has a small brush, sorry, this armature has brush voltage drop, so that I'll add V brush is nothing but voltage across brush contact. And one more thing here, a V brush is generally neglected in some cases, very small, and also flux produced by the field winding is proportional to the current flows through it. That is, current flows through the field winding is ISH, that is a constant current is flowing here because of the constant supply, so that the flux produced by the field winding I can represent as phi sh. So flux is directly proportional to ISH in case of DC shunt motor. Coming to the second, so that phi is directly proportional to ISH, we just look at here. And the second case is DC series motor. Here field winding is connected in series with the armature winding, so that field winding we can call it as series field winding, and the entire connection we can say it as DC series motor. So this is a series motor, so that current flows through the line which is same as current flows through the series field winding, which is same as current flows through the armature winding, so that all the currents are same. We can write here as IL equals to IS equals to IA. If you want for your information, you can write this as I or else. So how can you get the voltage equation? Just by applying KVL. You can see here, mark the second polarity, then apply KVL, you can get supply voltage. So this is plus and minus, and we all know the internal circuit diagram of this. It is having back EMF in series with the armature resistance, so that here this is a plus minus, back EMF is represented by EB, and it is having RA, current flows to the RA from higher potential to lower potential, so that downward direction is the IA. So apply KVL, I can get it as minus V minus ISC minus EB minus IARA equals to 0, so you can get as V equals to EB plus IARA plus ISC plus V brush. In case of generator, the sign will be opposite, EB minus IARA minus ISC. So can we write here IA equals to ISC equals to IL. So instead of writing ISC, I'll write as IA, and I'll take IA as a common. You can get this expression. So power delivered to the load. So here where is the load? Load is at armature. So here it is a load now. In case of generator, here it is the input. In case of motor, here it is a load. So that, so in power delivered to the load is given by IA into EB. EB into IA, that is V into I. Our input power is V into IL, that is input side. And in case of DC shunt motor, flux is constant due to the constant current, so that flux is directly proportional to ISH. In case of series motor, flux is not constant, as armature current varies, flux is also varies, so that in the series motor, entire armature current is passing through the series field winding, so flux produced is proportional to the armature current. So here phi is directly proportional to IA or else ISC. Both the currents are same, can say it as flux produced in series motor is directly proportional to the armature current IA. In case of DC shunt motor, flux is directly proportional to ISH, whereas phi SS, that is flux produced in the DC shunt motor, is constant because ISH is constant. So the third type, the DC compound motor. So in that case, a long shunt DC motor. So long shunt is nothing but a field winding which is connected parallel to the combination of armature and series field winding. So here the voltage and current relations, just apply KCL at this node, you can get IL equals to IA plus ISH, whereas IA equals to ISC. Here current flows to a series field winding is same as current flows to the load. So that IL equals to ISH plus ISC, whereas ISC equals to IA. So next is voltage expression. ISH is given by, you can write IL equals to IA plus ISH, and ISH is given by V divided by RSH, as voltage across parallel combination is same. So that ISH is V divided by RSH. So if you want to get voltage equations, apply KVL by neglecting shunt field winding. You can get EB plus IARA plus ISC RSC. This is same as, if you are neglecting the field winding, that is a shunt field winding, the circuit acts as a series motor, so that you can get the expression of series motor. So here IA equals to ISC, instead of IS you can write IS, so you can get V equals to EB plus IA into RA plus RAC. V brush is small, you can neglect the brush voltage drop. And the last type is short shunt DC motor, that is a short shunt compound DC motor. So here the field winding which is connected parallel to armature winding only, that is a shunt field winding which is connected to parallel to the armature winding, whereas the combination of shunt field winding and armature is in parallel to the RAC. So here current relations, again IA ISH, IL equals to ISC here, so that IL equals to IA plus ISH. And voltage expression, by applying KVL by neglecting RSH, we can get, if you are neglecting RSH, again it will be act as a series motor. You can write the same expression of DC series motor by applying Kirchhoff's voltage law. And if you want to write the drop across shunt field winding, so here is the shunt field winding, drop across the shunt field winding. So here if you want to apply drop across the shunt field winding by neglecting the armature, you can apply KVL, so that we can get as V minus IL into RSC. Okay, by neglecting this combination, this parallel combination, you can apply KVL, you can get V minus IL into RSC. So whereas V minus IL into RSC, IL equals to ISC here, V minus IL into RAC is given by EB plus IARA. From this expression I can get drop across shunt field winding also, that is V minus IL RAC. So if you want to get ISH, apply KVL to this loop, so that you can get this expression V minus IL RAC divided by RSH. So this is about short shunt compound DC motor. Also there are two types in the compound DC motor. So the first type is cumulative compound motors. So I'll just tell you in a simple way. As I told, there are two flux produced in a DC motor. One is uh, stator flux, other one is a rotor flux. If the flux produced in a stator flux is having the direction same as the flux produced in a rotor winding, then there will be addition of two fluxes, so that we can call it as cumulative compound motors. So you can see the flux produced by series field winding and the shunt field windings are in the same direction, then there will be addition of fluxes, hence it is called cumulative compound motors. That is, series field winding and shunt field winding will be having the same direction of flux, then there will be addition of flux, we can call it as cumulative. If in the case the series field winding and shunt field windings are in opposite direction, then there will be a difference of fluxes, hence it is called differential compound motors. So these are the types of DC motors. If you have any doubts, please give in comment box. Thank you one and all. Thank you. Have a good day.